The sun dies fast in the dunes. One moment, the sky bleeds orange and red, painting the sand like fire. The next moment, shadows crawl from every direction, hungry shadows, shadows with weight and intention. I have lived in this desert for more years than I can count, and still, the speed of darkness surprises me. It swallows the warmth. It swallows the safety. It swallows everything except fear. Tonight, we are not alone. I feel it before I see it. The hair on my arms rises. The air changes. Something watches from beyond the last light. Soraya feels it too. She stops walking and turns her head slightly, like a bird sensing a hawk. She does not speak. She never needs to. After so many years together, her silence tells me everything. The fire must not die tonight. Everything depends on the fire. Everything. I found the tracks an hour before sunset. Fresh tracks, pressed deep into the sand. Large paws, claws that drag slightly. Hyenas, perhaps, or jackals hunting in a pack, perhaps something worse. The desert hides creatures that have no names, creatures that exist only in the space between darkness and fear. My father told me stories. His father told him. Some things in the dunes have been hunting since before men walked here. Soraya found the tracks first, of course. She always sees what I miss. Her eyes catch details that escape mine. A slight depression in the sand, a broken twig, the way dust settles differently where something heavy has passed. She pointed without a word, and I knelt to examine what she had discovered. The tracks were heading east, toward the rocky outcrop where we had planned to rest. They were circling, hunting, waiting. We need high ground, we need fire, we need walls that teeth cannot cross. These three thoughts repeat in my mind like a prayer. High ground, fire, walls. The holy trinity of survival when predators circle. Before the last light fades, we must be ready. There is no second chance in the desert at night. The darkness does not forgive hesitation. It does not reward hope. It only respects preparation and fire. I spot a formation of rocks rising from the dunes like broken teeth. A natural fortress, if we can reach it in time. The rocks form a small cave, a recessed area with stone walls on three sides. One entrance, one direction to defend. Soraya nods when I point to it. She understands. She always understands. We climb the dune with urgency now. The sand pulls at our feet, stealing our energy with each step. My legs burn, my lungs protest, but stopping is not possible. Behind us, the darkness grows teeth. We must reach the rocks before full night descends. Soraya collects dry wood as we climb, filling her arms with every dead branch and twisted root she passes. She does not slow down. She gathers while moving, efficient as always. I drag larger branches behind me, the dry wood scraping against the sand like bones. We will need much fuel tonight. The fire must burn until dawn. There is no other option. We reach the rocky outcrop as the last sliver of sun disappears below the horizon. The sky holds a faint purple glow, the final breath of day before complete darkness. I examine our shelter quickly. Stone walls rise on three sides, taller than a man. The floor is hard-packed earth and rock, not soft sand. Good. Predators cannot dig through stone. The entrance is narrow, perhaps 3 meters wide. We can defend this. We can survive this. Soraya begins arranging the wood immediately. She builds a pyramid of smaller twigs first, a structure that will catch flame easily. Around it, she places larger branches, creating a framework for a fire that can grow. She does this with a focus that excludes everything else. The gathering darkness, the distant sounds beginning to echo across the dunes, the fear that must be crawling through her veins as it crawls through mine. None of it shows on her face. Only concentration. Only purpose. I stack stones at the entrance, building a low wall. It will not stop a determined predator, but it will slow one down. It will create noise if something tries to cross. It will give us warning. Every second of warning is valuable when teeth come calling in the night. Fire is life. My father spoke these words when I was young. His father spoke them before him. In the desert, this is not poetry. It is fact. Fire gives warmth when the cold tries to freeze your blood. Fire gives light when the darkness tries to blind you. Fire gives fear to the things that want to make you their meal. Without fire, we are just soft flesh waiting to be torn. With fire, we are something else. Something that even predators respect. The desert holds cold like a jealous secret. People who have never spent a night in the dunes cannot understand this. They see sand and sun and imagine eternal heat. But when the sun leaves, the cold rushes in like water filling a hole. The temperature drops faster than you can believe. The same sand that burned your feet at noon now steals warmth from your bones. And the predators, they know this. They hunt the cold hours when their prey is shivering, slow, vulnerable. I work the fire-starting tools with hands that remember the motion from 10,000 nights before. Friction, pressure, patience. The ancient way. The only way when you carry nothing but what you can make from the land. The wood resists at first. It always does. My muscles strain. Sweat forms on my forehead despite the growing chill. I push harder, faster, demanding the spark that means survival. Soraya positions herself to block the wind. She creates a wall with her body, sheltering the delicate work of fire-making from the breeze that could steal our spark. She does not need to be asked. She sees what is needed and becomes it. This is her gift. This is why I could not survive these nights without her. Smoke. Thin, fragile smoke rising from the friction point. I blow gently, feeding the ember with breath and hope. The smoke thickens. A glow appears, orange and precious, the most beautiful color in the world when darkness surrounds you. I transfer the ember to the waiting tinder, the dry fibers and shredded bark that Soraya prepared. I blow again, steady and controlled, and the ember becomes flame. The flame grows. It catches the small twigs, climbing the pyramid Soraya built. Light pushes back the darkness, creating a circle of safety around us. The stone walls reflect the flickering glow, making our shelter feel almost warm, almost safe, almost. I add wood carefully, building the fire larger without smothering it. Too much fuel too fast will kill a young flame. Too little will let it starve. The balance requires attention, requires presence, requires forgetting everything except this moment and this fire. When the fire burns strong enough to sustain itself, I build a second, smaller fire near the entrance, between the stone walls I constructed. 2 points of light now, 2 barriers of flame. Anything that wants to reach us must pass through fire to do so. Soraya prepares food while I tend the flames. Simple food, what we carry always. Bread that has hardened but still nourishes. Dates that taste like concentrated sunlight. A few pieces of dried meat that require patience to chew. We eat in silence, our eyes moving constantly from our food to the darkness beyond our firelight. The flames create a wall of visibility, perhaps 10 meters in diameter. Beyond that wall, anything could be watching. Anything probably is. The first cry comes from the east, high-pitched, wavering, a sound that carries loneliness and hunger in equal measure. Hyena. I know this sound. It has haunted my nights since childhood. The cry ends, and for a moment, silence returns. Then another cry answers from the north. Then another from the southeast. They are communicating. They are coordinating. They are surrounding us. They circle. They test. They smell our fear. Predators can sense fear like we sense the wind. It calls to them. It tells them that their prey knows it is prey. It makes them bold. I count the cries. 3 distinct voices, maybe 4. A pack, then. Not a single scavenger, but a coordinated group. This is more dangerous. A lone hyena might be scared away easily. A pack encourages each other. They share courage. They share hunger. I watch Saraya's face in the firelight. The flames paint her features in orange and shadow, highlighting the lines that years in the desert have carved around her eyes. I look for fear. I need to know if she feels what I feel. This cold knot in my stomach, this trembling that starts in my hands and wants to spread everywhere. But her face shows nothing of this. Only focus. Only calm assessment of our situation. Only the steady evaluation of a survivor calculating odds. For a moment, shame touches me. My hands tremble while hers remain still. My breath comes fast while hers stays measured. She has always been stronger than me in the ways that matter most. Not in the lifting of heavy things or the walking of long distances, but in the carrying of fear without letting it show, without letting it win. Then she does something unexpected. She reaches over and takes my trembling hands in hers. She holds them firmly, steadily, transferring her calm into my bones. She does not speak. She does not need to. Her hands say what words cannot. We are together. We have survived before. We will survive again. Be still. This is her way. This has always been her way. My grandfather survived 40 nights like this. He told me the stories when I was young, when the darkness seemed like an adventure rather than a threat. He spoke of eyes in the night, of sounds that circled his camps, of the long hours between sunset and sunrise, when death wore fur and walked on 4 legs. He survived every night, every single one. His blood runs in my veins, his strength lives in my bones. I only need to survive one night. Surely I can do what he did 40 times. The eyes appear sometime after the crying stops. 2 points of reflected light at the edge of our fire's reach. They hover there, watching, assessing. Then they move, circling slowly. 2 more pairs join them, then another. 5 animals at least, maybe more hiding beyond the light. Saraya stands slowly, carefully. She reaches into the fire and pulls out a burning branch, holding it like a weapon. The flames dance at its end, casting wild shadows on the stone walls. She looks powerful in this moment, like a warrior from the old stories, defending her ground against the forces of darkness. I love her fiercely in this moment. I love her strength, and her calm and her refusal to be afraid. I grab a large stone with one hand and another burning branch with the other. Together we face the entrance of our shelter. Together we watch the eyes in the darkness. The eyes grow bolder. They move closer, testing the boundary of our firelight. I can see shapes now, not just reflections. Low bodies, sloping backs, heads that seem too large for their frames. Hyenas. A pack of them, probably a family group. Hungry enough to challenge fire, desperate enough to test humans. A growl rises from the darkness, low and threatening, a sound that vibrates in my chest. It is a warning and a promise. It says, we are here, we are many, we are hungry. I shout. The sound tears from my throat, loud and aggressive, a challenge thrown at the darkness. I slam the stone against the rock wall, creating a sharp crack that echoes across the dunes. The eyes retreat slightly, surprised by the noise. Predators do not expect prey to fight back. They expect running and fear and easy meat. When prey becomes loud, becomes aggressive, it confuses them. Saraya adds her voice to mine. Together we create a wall of sound to match our wall of fire. The eyes recede further, disappearing momentarily into the complete darkness beyond our light. We have won this round, but the night is long, and they will return. Hours pass in this rhythm. The fire demands constant attention. Wood burns faster than you expect when your life depends on the flames. I feed the fires carefully, maintaining their size, their heat, their protective light. Soraya keeps watch while I work. Then I keep watch while she rests. We trade roles without speaking, understanding the rhythm of survival without needing words. The eyes return 3 more times before midnight. Each time we respond with noise and fire and fierce determination. Each time they retreat. But each time, they return faster than before. They are learning our patterns. They are growing accustomed to our resistance. They are getting hungrier. My body aches for sleep. My eyes burn and blur. My head feels heavy, stuffed with fog and exhaustion. The fire has consumed most of our woodpile. We have perhaps 3 more hours of fuel, maybe 4 if we let the flames die lower. But lower flames mean smaller protection. Lower flames mean bolder predators. Soraya forces me to rest against the stone wall. She takes full watch, burning branch in hand, eyes fixed on the darkness. I close my eyes, intending only to rest them for a moment. Sleep claims me despite my intentions, pulling me down into a darkness of a different kind. I wake to Soraya's hand on my shoulder. Her grip is tight, urgent. The fire has burned lower, and at the edge of its diminished light, eyes cluster more thickly than before. 6 pairs, 8. They have gathered while I slept. They have decided that tonight, they will test us fully. The longest hour is the one before dawn. Every sound becomes a threat. Every shadow moves with intent. The cold reaches its deepest point, and the darkness feels infinite, eternal, as if the sun was a dream that will never return. I grab a burning branch and stand beside Soraya. Together we face the gathered eyes. Together we shout and wave fire and refuse to become meat. The hyenas probe closer, then retreat, then probe again. One lunges toward the entrance, and I throw my burning branch at it. The flames scatter across the sand, and the animal yelps and retreats. We are low on wood now, low on energy, low on everything except determination. But determination must be enough, because determination is all we have left. Then, like a gift from ancestors watching over us, gray light touches the eastern horizon. Faint at first, barely distinguishable from the darkness, but it grows, it spreads, it pushes against the night with gentle, relentless force. The eyes disappear with the stars. Cowards. All predators are cowards at heart. They fear the light as much as they love the darkness. They fear the revelation of what they are, the exposure of their hunger and their desperation. When the sun rises, they become visible, vulnerable, equal. This they cannot accept. We survived. The fire survived. This is enough. This is everything. The sun breaks fully over the horizon, painting the dunes in gold and amber. Warmth returns to the air, slow but certain. The night releases its grip, and the desert transforms from hunting ground to home once more. I look at Soraya in the growing light. She looks exhausted as I feel, but there is something else in her face. Satisfaction, pride, the quiet joy of having faced death and refused it. I imagine my face shows the same. We make tea on the dying embers of our fire. The warmth of the cup in my hands feels like proof of life. Each sip is a celebration. Each breath is a victory. Outside our rocky shelter, the sand tells stories. Tracks circle our position, approaching and retreating. A record of the night's siege written in the dunes. The hyenas came within meters of our entrance, closer than I realized in the darkness, closer than I want to think about now. The desert tests. This is its nature. It does not test from cruelty, but from honesty. It shows you what you are made of. It reveals your strengths and exposes your weaknesses. Those who pass its tests, it respects. Those who fail, it takes. There is no malice in this, only truth. We will remember this dune, these rocks, this fire that kept teeth at bay through the longest night. The memory will become part of us, woven into the fabric of our survival story. When the darkness comes again, and it will come again, we will remember that we have faced it before. We have faced it, and we have won. Soraya touches my arm. Time to move. Time to continue. The desert waits, and we must walk. I take one last look at our shelter, the stone walls that protected us, the ashes of the fire that saved our lives. Gratitude fills me, simple and profound. Thank you, I think. To the rocks, to the fire, to whatever forces allowed us to see another dawn. The night tried to swallow us, but we were not easy to digest. We walk into the morning, the sun warm on our faces, our shadows stretching long behind us. The dunes roll endlessly ahead, golden and indifferent, holding more tests, more nights, more challenges. But we walk toward them without fear. We have survived. We will survive again. This is the way of the desert. This is the way of those who call it home.